Have you ever had an experience in which you feel you know what's going to happen? What can you do about that? This is the topic of this video. Hi, this video is a continuation of the video I did last week discussing about premonition or precognition. We want here to discuss what can we do when we foresee something not so good is going to happen. This channel we want to discuss about taking control of our evolution, so we feel that this is quite important for those of you who have this sort of experience. If you have not seen the video I did last week, please go and watch that one before. I'm going to put here for you a link because it's going to make more sense, this one, when you have seen that video before. I would like to share with you something that I witnessed when I was about, I think, 16, 17, and I joined a group that were teaching about meditation and how to sense chakras or what chakras would do, this sort of thing, like mind powers. And it was a very decent group, I think. People were with very good intention. I didn't sense any type of manipulation, and when I think back, I still think they were doing a very good job. One of the people who were teaching that course once came and said that she had a vision in which the elected president, which was still to start his mandate, had not started, would die. And of course, that wouldn't make sense because the person was very healthy and everything was normal and good and okay. But for her, it was so strong and such a certainty. And we were very scared of that. Was a popular president that we trust would do something good. We never know, because it happened that he ended up dying of situations that we wouldn't expect. He'd fall ill, it was a simple thing, and one thing led to another. Anyways, he never got to the point of being the actual president of Brazil. After so many years, hearing stories and seeing people dealing with this sort of perception that they have had, I came to understand that sometimes we feel that we should do something about it. And then what would we do? In a case like that, and that's what the woman there suggested, what's very well from her part, she mentioned to all of us who were there taking the course that we should try to think of him in a very healthy way, so that we would try to counteract that vision or the possibility of that happening. As I mentioned to you in the last video, that everything is about a percentage of probability of that event happening. In a case like this or any other, we should try and work to prevent that. Most of the cases we will do that, we're using energies. So like thinking of that situation, but in a way that is contrary, is different from what we have seen. Of course, I'm talking about situations that we want to change. What we have seen is not positive and we want to make it better. But if, for example, you see somebody is going to be ill, you are going to think of the person healthy. But it's not only thinking, because if you think of the person healthy, but inside of you, you are thinking, oh, but something is going to happen. No, then this is the energy you are sending. Your emotion, your deep visualization is what is going to bring some sort of energy there. So you have to be very tranquil, try to control your emotions and really visualize that person well and really send energies to the person in order to counterbalance those energies. I know of a case of a person came to be a friend, but at the time was a student, and told me something that was to me very interesting, because this guy, he one day had a vision of a colleague of him driving a car in the street that was unknown, and she would be hit by a red car. He even saw the color and the type and everything. I don't remember the details, but he described, he could exactly see which position and how, and the car would hit her from the back in a very bad way. It would be a very, very bad accident. So he didn't know what to do, and he told her and said, please don't drive in a street like this. Please avoid driving. Please be careful. And few weeks later, she was returning from university, and there was a detour. She could not drive in the regular roads and streets she would normally do, and she just took the detour, and she noticed she was in the street that he described. And of course, she started paying attention. And when she looked at the mirror, she saw exactly the same car that he described. So didn't know what to do. What did she do? She went and she parked on the road, on the side, and stayed there waiting for him to pass. When he got close by, the guy with the red car, he lost control of the wheel and hit her anyway. But it was a very, very mild thing, almost nothing. That for me was a very remarkable story. I heard many and I witnessed some, but this one to me was remarkable because I thought, so this was so hard to avoid that in spite of knowing the details and everything, it ended up happening. But it was possible to reduce quite a lot the situation, and was very minor thing after all, and not the way he had seen. So this only explains to us the percentages, as I said, in terms of probabilities of something to happen, and how we can counteract that situation. That's what all of us did when we knew about that president that we hoped would be good, and all of us sent healthy energies to the person. And understanding this type of energetic influence and procedure, we can hopefully counterbalance whatever we see. I hope this helps you. In case you are experiencing any of that, thank you so much for being with me. Hope to see you again. Bye-bye.